Good morning, children. Today in Social Science in Civics, in class 9, we continue the lesson Democratic Rights. We have already discussed the numerous rights that we as citizens of the country enjoy, which include right to equality, right to freedom of religion, educational and cultural rights, right against exploitation, and right to constitutional remedies. So we see that these are not only rights that we enjoy. Fundamental rights in the Constitution are important because they are enforceable. But along with this, we have many other rights also that we enjoy. So we see the expanding scope of rights. Fundamental rights are granted by the Constitution. So along with these fundamental rights that we just talked about, there are other rights also that we enjoy as citizens of the country. Rights are the source of all rights. Our Constitution and law offers a wider range of rights. And we see that over the years, the scope of rights has expanded. Sometimes we see that it leads to expansion in the legal rights, that is, that they are made legal, that the citizens enjoy. And we see it has happened from time to time, and the courts gave judgments to expand the scope of rights for the betterment of the people and the requirement of the society. Now, these certain rights that we are talking about is one is right to freedom of press. Then we have right to information and right to education. These are derived from the fundamental rights. Now, when we talk of right to education, now school education has become a right for Indian citizens and for all children. In this, the governments are responsible for providing free and compulsory education to all children up to the age of 14 years. Then, when we talk of right to information, the Parliament has also enacted a law giving the right to information to the citizens. That is, this act was made under the fundamental right to freedom of thought and expression. That is, we have a right to seek information from the government department or an official. So that has become another right that we enjoy in the country. Then there is also right to property. That is, no person shall be deprived of his property. This is a constitutional right. And another one is right to vote in election, is also an important constitutional right. So we see that human rights are universal and are moral claims, and with the expansion of democracy all over the world, we see that there is more pressure on the government to accept these claims, which the citizens need and they require. Now we come to how is another organization, that is National Human Rights Commission. Now, National Human Rights Commission is basically related to human rights to protect human rights. So this is an independent commission which was established in 1993. This commission is appointed by the President, and it includes retired judges, officers, and eminent citizens who constitute this commission. So we see that what it does is that it focuses on helping victims to secure their human rights, which have been granted to the citizens by the Constitution. If there is any violation, the Commission is there to help and support to see that the right is enjoyed by the human rights are enjoyed by the people. So we see that the Commission also considers the human rights which are mentioned in the UN-sponsored international treaties which India has signed. Now, how it works is that the NHRC, that is the National Human Rights Commission, makes independent and credible inquiry into any case of violation of human rights. That means that, like the judiciary, they are also independent. But the NHRC cannot punish the guilty. That is the responsibility only of the courts. So the court is the one that punishes the guilty, but as such they independently work and function, and they also have, like the court, they have they can summon witnesses, they can question any government official, demand any official paper, or send its own team for inquiry also. So that they can properly investigate and see that whether the violation has been done or it has not been. So the commission presents its findings and recommendations to the government, or intervenes in the court on behalf of victims. Victim is the sufferer. So they are there. So this National Human Rights Commission is an important commission, so that the human rights of people are enjoyed by them and they are secure. Now we have this International Covenant on Economic, Social and Cultural Rights. Now we see that this international covenant, now covenant is actually a promise made by individuals, groups or countries to uphold a rule or a principle. It is legally binding on the signatories to the agreement or statement. So we see that this international covenant recognizes many rights that are now not directly a part of the fundamental rights in the Indian Constitution. This has not yet become an international treaty, but people all over, or rather I should say the human rights activists all over the world, see that this as a standard of human rights. That means this is a basic need of the people, and these include right to work. That is, every person, every individual should have the opportunity to earn a living by working, so that he can support his family. Then another one that it includes is right to safe and healthy working conditions. There should be fair wages that can provide a fairly decent standard of living for the workers and their families. Then it has right to adequate standard of living, including enough food, clothing and housing. Then it also has right to health, which is very important, so that the medical care can be provided during illness, especially taking care of women, and also to prevent epidemics. And we have right to social security and insurance. And the last that we have is right to education. That is free and compulsory primary education and equal access to higher education to all. So we see that over the years, as the scope of rights has expanded and new rights are evolving over time, and this has been the outcome of the struggle of the people. So new rights have emerged as societies develop and new constitutions are made. So we see that the citizens of the country enjoy the fundamental rights. Besides that, there are many other rights also that we enjoy being members and part of this country. Thank you.